Greetings to all our valued clients. Welcome to GKFXPrime Analysis and Education YouTube channel. This is Alan Hong, market analyst of GKFXPrime. I'm gonna share my daily analysis for Wednesday, 26th of July in this video. And first of all, let's review the major market movement. The first instruments we are referring to the dollar index, so the US dollar was bumped above a 13-month low against a basket of major currencies on Wednesdays, stood at 94.082 as investors awaited the US Federal Reserve policy statement for clues on the timing of its next monetary tightening, and the Federal Reserve is widely expected to keep interest rate unchanged at a 2-day meeting that ends on Wednesday. So investors will be watching for any clues on whether it may raise interest rates again this year and when it will begin paring its massive bond portfolio. There's some focus on the possibility that the Federal Reserve could hint at September as the starting date for reducing its balance sheet. This, according to Stephen Ince, the head of trading in Asia Pacific for O&I in Singapore. So the sluggish inflation has kept the dollar under pressures and led to uncertainty on whether the Federal Reserve will raise the interest rate again this year. And meanwhile, the Aussie was fell on Wednesday in Asia, fell 0.38% to 0.7906 as consumer price for the second quarter meets expectations, with the Federal Reserve expected to announce its views on rates to set the tone. So Australia reported the CPI figures rose 0.2%, below with a 0.5% gain seen for the second quarter and at a 1.9% pace, missing an expected rise of 2.2% annually. While the pound was eased after rallying to session high of 1.3084 on the back of a tweet from President Donald Trump outlining that his administration is working on major trade deal with the United Kingdom. So a speech by a Bank of England's MPC member Andy Howden later during the session is expected to provide further insight on whether the central bank continues to support the idea of tapering its ultra-accommodative monetary policy measures later this year. And having a head in commodities market, the gold price was dipped lower in Asia on Wednesday, fell 0.36% to $1,247.64 a troy ounce, with sentiment on edge ahead of the latest review of interest rates by the Federal Reserve. As for the oil price, it was firm on Wednesday to hold near 8-week highs hit in the previous sessions on expectations of a drawdown in US stocks and as a rise in shale oil production shows signs of slowing. So the US West Texas Intermediate price rose 42 cents or 0.9% to $48.31 a barrel. And the US crude stock fell by sharply last week as refineries boosted the outputs, and while gasoline inventories increased and distillate stocks decreased. So this data from industry group of the American Petroleum Institute show on Tuesdays. So the crude inventories fell by 10.2 million barrels in the week ending July 21 to 487 million, compared with expectations for a decrease of 2.6 million barrels. So now we're going to review the highlighted economic data that released on yesterday, as well as the highlighted data going to release later today. Right, so yesterday the German was released its IFO Business Climate Index for July, and it was at 116.0. Alright, so it's slightly higher than the expectations, so it lent some support to the euro currency on yesterday. So besides of the Germans, United States was released the CB consumer confidence for July as well, and it was stronger than expectation with 121.1 as well. Right, so as for today, during the morning sessions, the Asia hours, New Zealand was released its trade balance for June, and it was better than expectations with 242 million, and as well as the CPI from the Australia, the consumer price index for the second quarter was released at 0.2% growth, right, slightly lower than expectations, so it was pressures on the Australian dollars during the morning sessions. Okay, so later during the day, United Kingdom is going to release its second quarter GDP, and it is expected to be stronger at 0.3% growth compared to the previous 0.2%. So during the American trading hours tonight, the United States is going to release its new home sales for June, and it is expected to be better than previous with 615,000 of sales. And as well as the crude oil inventories, alright, so as for the crude oil inventories from the United States is expected to be decreased lesser than the previous with negative 2.629 millions, right? So compared to the previous figure, 4.727 millions. So beside of the economic data, tonight we're gonna focus on the mostly anticipated event, okay, which is from the Federal Reserve, the FOMC statement, okay, as well as the latest Federal Reserve interest rate decisions, right? So both of this event and data is very important for the further directions, as a clue for the further directions for the United States dollars, right? So now let's have a look in the technical analysis, and the first instruments we're referring to the GBPUSD in 4-hourly charts. So the pound US dollar, as predicted, it was ranging between the range of 1.3000 and 1.31000, right? And currently the price is hovering at the lowest part of the range. So a rebound from current levels might lead it to move further higher, okay, slightly higher, and will be continue ranging between the range, okay, for short terms. And referring to the MACD, supporting for the ranging side as well, with the both movement line has no direction yet, okay, it's moving flat, right, as well as in addition with the momentum is still very weak, okay, no matter the upward or the downward. So it is expected to remain ranging in short terms between the range of 1.3000 and 1.31000. As for the Euro USD in 4-hourly charts is remain traded in an uptrend, but currently is retracing, right? So it is not recommended to speculate the retracements, okay? Because the uptrend is still very strong. And referring to the MACD, it is suggested the retracement as well, with the both line is pointing downward now, okay? So I would recommend to wait until a rebound from lower level, then we follow the trend directions to get a buy position on it, right? So a closure above 1.17200 is a signals suggested for buy positions, okay? So the next target we can refer to 1.17600. As for the Kiwi, the NZD USD pair in daily chart is remain traded as an uptrend, okay, but currently is retracing. So I recommend to wait a rebound from lower level, then only we get a buy positions to follow the trend directions, okay. So resistance level we can refer to 0.74500, and the support level we can refer to 0.73060. While the trend directions of the USDJPY, the Japanese yen in 4-hourly chart has reversed, and it is suggested to move further higher after a closure above 112.1, okay, which will show a signals for another buy positions, okay. So we should wait until the price close above 112.1, then only we speculate for another buy positions, okay. So referring to the MACD is supporting for the trend reversal as well, with the both movement line is pointing upward now, and the upward momentum is quite strong, okay, and stood above the level of 0, okay. So the first target we can refer to 112.33, and the second target we can refer to 113.13. So support level refer back to 111.7. And the Aussie is currently traded as an uptrend, but the uptrend seems like losing the momentum and likely to be retraced. So it is expected to be ranging in short term between 0.79000 and 0.796000, right? Unless it can close above the highest level of the range, which is 0.79000, then only it is expected and suggested to move further higher towards the next target at 0.81000. As for the gold price, the gold price is retraced from the recent high and currently hovering between the both moving average line. So referring to the MACD, the both movement line is pointing downward now and the downward momentum is increasing. So signal that the gold price might probably to move further lower in short terms, but the trend direction is still pointing downwards. So I would recommend to wait until a rebound from lower level, then only we follow the trend directions to do our trades. As for the oil price, so the oil price was surged out of the highest level of the previous upward channel and currently hovering above the resistance level of 48.17. So it signaled that the trend directions might continue to move further higher and pointing upwards. Okay, so the trend directions, the trend now is gaining strength. So a closure above 48.5 is signal for another buy positions, and the next target we can refer to 49.8. Okay, 49.8. So support level we can refer back to 48.17. That's all for my analysis to date. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the GKFXPrime logo on the screens in order to follow our updated analysis and education video. Thank you for watching.
GKFX, your global trading partner.